Welcome back to another episode of KB Sports Beyond Question. And before we get the video started today, we have our first sponsor, KK Photography. If you're a high school senior, stay till the end of the video for an exclusive offer to save money. And now jumping into the video, today we are talking about the NBA standings, an overview of the standings, going through the East and West. Eastern Conference, Raptors are in 1. The 2 seed is Boston, 3 seed Cleveland, 4 seed Indiana, followed up by Washington, 6 seed Philadelphia, 7 seed Milwaukee, 8 seed Miami, Detroit and Charlotte in the 9 and 10 slots, and everyone beyond that is going to go into the draft as a lottery pick. And then in the West, we have the Rockets at 1, Warriors at 2, Trailblazers 3, Pelicans in the 4 slot, 5 San Antonio Spurs, 6 Minnesota Timberwolves, 7 Oklahoma City Thunder, 8 Denver Nuggets. Following them up is the LA Clippers and the Jazz from 9 and 10. Cole, biggest surprise right now, 3/4 of the way through the season.
For Eastern Conference, definitely the Toronto Raptors. It's just surprising to me that they're 46-17 and they're beating out Boston and Cleveland for the number 1 seed, which is crazy to me because Boston is with Kyrie Irving, the revamped team, how they're winning more than them. Same with Cleveland at the 3 seed, how they're 9 games back from the Raptors, which Cleveland obviously being with LeBron is, to me, it's just crazy.
I would say the biggest surprise for me is Indiana. Because I think in the beginning of the year, I saw Indiana as, a lottery team, a tanking team. I thought the Victor Oladipo trade was horrible for them. The fact that they gave up Paul George for Victor Oladipo, and now Victor Oladipo is just a man among boys in this league. But yeah, the Pacers have done good. They're only a half a game back of the 3 seed. So I really like Indiana. And then shifting to the Western Conference, my biggest take, the Portland Trailblazers. With Damian Lillard at the point guard, McCollum at the shooting guard. They've won their last 8 games, 9-1 in the last 10 games. They are very far back from Golden State, 11.5 games. But the fact that they're in the 3 spot, above teams like San Antonio, Minnesota, and Oklahoma City, it really surprises me.
With me for the Eastern Conference would be the Oklahoma City Thunder, how they have Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Russell Westbrook all on the same team. I would expect them to be a higher seed with that many star players. Mm-hmm. But them at the 7th seed is lackluster play by them, and that just shows how lack of chemistry that they have through the trade.
So let's get into kind of like a prediction. Looking at the Eastern Conference right now, this point in the season, playoffs start today. Who's getting out and why?
Boston Celtics. I'd say because they have Kyrie Irving. He's great in clutch situations. To me, the Toronto Raptors, yes, they are 9-1 in the last 10 games, but they're not a playoff team as we've seen in the past 3 years.
I still like Cleveland. I like LeBron James. I like what they did at the trade deadline. I just can't go against LeBron. Mm-hmm. When LeBron gets into the Eastern Conference playoffs, he's untouchable. And I look at all these teams and I go, who can stop LeBron James, the best player on the planet, to me? And that's why I still like Cleveland. If there is one team to give Cleveland a run for its money, I'm going to go the Raptors. But the only thing about the Raptors, again, who's stopping LeBron James? I just don't like the Raptors in the playoffs.
Lowry?
Yeah. Western Conference, I like the Rockets, but the Golden State Warriors are too much to me.
Warriors, no one can beat. I mean, obviously they're half game behind the Rockets, but they're unstoppable. Their defense is great with Kevin Durant. He's been great with blocks this year. Draymond Green, defensive player of the year last year, and their 3-point shooting is one of the best in the league. And they're just, as soon as they get hot, no one can end them.
My take on this is looking at the Rockets thrive off free throws. So when the Rockets get into the playoffs, the NBA is a different game in the playoffs. It's not as soft as the regular season.
Yeah.
So I think the free throws are going to go down for the Rockets. And I was watching the game yesterday. They played Oklahoma City. They had about 19 free throws in the third quarter. It was crazy, and that's the thing to me. Free throws don't come and go in the playoffs. The officiating is very good in the playoffs. Not a lot of bad calls, or they're not going to send the teams to the line a lot. So I don't know. I still like Golden State. Then going down to the bottom of the conference in the West, you have at the 7 Oklahoma, 8 Denver, and then looking in is LA and Utah. Out of those 4 teams, which 2 slip into the 7 and 8 slot at the end of the season?
For the 7th spot, I like the Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. which is a great dynamic duo. Then for the 8th spot, I'd say the Nuggets stay, but the Lakers also should climb just a couple spots, but they do not make the playoffs.
So wrapping up this video, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of KB Sports Beyond Question.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video where we said we're going to give you an exclusive offer. Summer's coming close. If you need your senior pictures, go to KK Photography located on Main Street of Waterford to get an exclusive offer. You go in, say KB Sports Beyond Question sent you to get 10% off. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. See you guys next time from KK.
Okay.
Just out. Okay.